One very important feature about a disability policy is that it is not what is called an indemnity policy. That is, the purpose of the policy is not to put you in the same position you would have been in had your life continued without the disability. Let me show you by a concrete example what that means. So let's suppose Harry is involved in a serious accident on January the 1st, and it's going to be a devastating injury he suffered. He may be off work for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, whatever. However, on December 15th, Harry had told his employer that he's going to quit work at the end of January and he wants to travel around the world and relax, whatever the case may be. The entitlement to disability benefits is not based on what would have happened to him. Once he shows he's insured and he suffers a disability, then he's entitled to the continuum of the disability benefits for as long as he's medically qualified. The fact that he previously indicated he was going to quit or resign or retire or whatever the matter may have been doesn't matter. So that's an important concept that is distinct with disability policies. Another example is an individual who was actually in jail for manslaughter and was medically disabled and still qualified for disability benefits. Unusual, but still, it reflects the principle that it's not a policy of indemnity. There has to be language in the policy that actually deals with that situation, particularly the one that I described, where the insured person was incarcerated due to manslaughter. And let me give you another example of a case in which a student who was 16 years old was working in a summer job and was very seriously hurt at work. Now, the student only intended to work during the months of July and August and go back to school in September. So had her life continued, she would have gone back to school in September. She wouldn't have been receiving any payments from the employer, obviously. But that was considered to be irrelevant. The fact that the person was insured, suffered an accident, entitled her to disability benefits on a continuing basis. Well, that's a lot more sympathetic than the person in jail, but it still illustrates the principle that the policy of disability is not an indemnity. It's not intended to put you back into the same position you would have been in had the disability not occurred. So it's a completely different function, and it's important to understand that difference.